interested in government, and he asked me why I'm running. Well, one of the reasons is I'd like to see a little bit more industry in this town and a few more people working. I've worked in the county for 40 years. I've worked for thousands of people out here. And every once in a while I go around and somebody's missing. No, he's not dead. He just moved because he had to go find a job somewhere. And I think that as far as Dustin, he's young. He doesn't have the experience to know what to do. But we can get industries in here so that we can build up this county. If you look around at the stores that's been closing one after another, where are we headed for? If we don't start doing it now, who's going to do it and when? And that's why I'm here. If everybody wants to get the town going, then I'm the guy you want to talk to. And I appreciate your vote.
No clapping, I broke the rule right out of the gate. Good evening. It's a sunny Wednesday. I'm surprised so many folks are here, but it's great to see you. My name's Dustin Wickersham. Over the last 3 years, I've been serving as one of your Logan County Commissioners. It's been a great privilege. It's a big job and something that I really enjoy doing. A little bit about me. I grew up here in Logan County my whole life. I live up in Indian Lake with my wife Jenna, just outside of Lakeview. I work locally. I work in a billboard business. I work with small businesses all of the time, trying to get their message out. We have about 400 billboards throughout Ohio and Indiana. Many parts of this job are very challenging, and over the last 3 years, we faced difficult budget cuts, loss of state revenue that we used to have, raising of healthcare costs for our county employees. You've got to make the ends meet, and we've done a pretty good job balancing the budget. We don't take in more than we spend. That's the way it works. Through the same time period, a lot of positive things has happened. MEI, NEX, both did expansion projects. They have drastically grown. They continue to grow. Local job people are looking for people to work. We have a training problem in Logan County. We've got to get our folks educated to meet those jobs. It's convenient that we're at Ohio High Point. We've been working with them and Clark State to continue that training, and I think that's what the commissioners are committed to. I hope that over the last 3 years you've gotten to know me a little bit better, because I was young when I was running. I served as a township trustee, and I think that my experience shows I do know how to get folks working. I work in local business, I know how to balance the budget, and I know how to serve the folks. So I'd appreciate your vote on May 6th.
Now we'll let Mr. Lile speak to the first question, which I've rephrased a bit because you answered part of it. Which issue do you believe is the most significant right now in the county?
I think all issues are important. Some are more important than others. But I guess you want to hear about the windmills. I think everybody's interested. They look nice. They're big. They don't make any noise. They're supposed to do a lot for us. But I got a few questions too. There are people that want them and people that don't. We're hearing what they want and what the ones don't want. But we're not getting all the facts and all the truths. During all this time, there's one thing that they seem to be forgetting, and that's the people out there around them. So if you come here tonight, the candidates, to ask for your vote, and these candidates think you're smart enough to pick the right guy for the job, and he will get it done, don't you think the citizens are smart enough to decide whether we should have windmills and put it on the ballot and stop harassing everybody that is, I don't have a lot of good to say with our commissioners because I know they could do more. You know they can do more. But I don't think we should hang them out to dry and let one of them make a decision on something that is this important to everybody in the county. So if you really want these things, let's put it on the ballot and you people tell us what you want. Let's not just bicker between ourselves. Let's put it on the ballot. Let those who want it give us their best sales pitch. Tell us why they want it, what's going to do for us. The ones that don't, tell us why you don't want it and how it's gonna hurt us. Wouldn't that make a lot more sense than try to just a few of us make a decision? That's the way I look at it. So if you want something like that done, that's the way to do it. You vote on it. You're gonna vote on these candidates. If you can do that and make the right choice, then let's let you vote on the windmills. Thank you.
Same question.
You know, I think there are a lot of issues facing Logan County. You know, I named 5. I hope the next question is about the wind turbines. I think that's the next topic we're going to get to, and I will be happy to address that in the next question. But I think there are 5 important issues that I think are important. First of all, those is improving the county's website. If you've been to the county website, we've been working with the auditor's office. It drastically needs improved. Logan County has a lot to offer. We have a lake, we have a ski slope, we've got rolling hills and agriculture. We need to do a better job communicating that. And secondly, folks need to know the services that are available. At our office, folks call all the time and say, when's Halloween? Why would you call the commissioner's office? But they call for lots of different things. We need to have something that has that information out there. Second most important issue is supporting economic development. You can create an environment where folks can rely on the commissioners to be friendly to business, because business owners are the ones that drive our local economy. You have to understand what they need and what they want. They want support. They want to know folks they can count on to protect them and make sure their taxes stay low and their money spent wisely. The last 3 issues really involve buildings. One of those is our Veterans Memorial Building. We received a grant for $250,000 to improve the heating and cooling system in there. That's a big project to make sure we get it right, because we have to take care of the veterans and the ESC that work in that building. The next one is the Logan County Fairgrounds. We have a serious electrical issue there. The commissioners worked to get a grant for $150,000 that we're going to improve the electrical system at the fairgrounds. I think that's an important issue. And finally, the most important thing is getting folks back in the courthouse. It is a big, big challenge. This is the biggest claim our insurance company has ever seen. It is costing nearly $5 million just to get the tower rebuilt, and there's other work that has to be done. I want to remind you that the Logan County Courthouse, with cooperation of the staff and the elected officials, has not been closed one day. Not to move out, and it won't be closed one day moving back in. The services have still been provided. Those 5 things I think are the most important.
Mr. Wickersham, please list the accomplishments during your time in office that make you the best suited to hold this office.
Well, some of these I've already mentioned. One would be the budget. You know, I think we have to balance a budget. You cannot spend more than you collect. And we've had to cut budgets. The second thing is we've had to do some restructuring that's been difficult at our local Job and Family Services office. That's involved some folks losing their jobs, but most of those we're able to keep. It's not an easy job. I think the other most important thing is just being available to the public. I think I'm an honest person. I'm a straight shooter, someone you can rely on, someone you can rely on returning your phone calls. Maybe not right away, because you got to get back to folks eventually, but sometimes you got to get answers. I think those are some of my biggest accomplishments. I was hoping we'd get a question on the wind, but maybe we will afterwards. That was a topic that I'd like to address. So.
Mr. Lile, ready for rebuttal? On these accomplishments?
I don't know what he's accomplished for now. I don't watch him that much. But I do know that we have to move a little bit forward than what we are right now. We've got too many places going out of business. Of course, they do a lot of things that you don't know about, but we just had the largest raise of taxes that I've ever seen on agriculture. You don't mind that, because you're going to see prices continue to go up now because of it. And I've read 52 pages of why they've done it. It may satisfy them, but I don't think it's going to help you any. So I don't even know what to say on something like that. I can't speak for you because I don't know what you're doing. If I did, I would. So it's all up to you.
All right, Mr. Lile, this will be your question first. The Logan County County Commissioners may be asked during this 4-year term to decide whether or not to grant a payment in lieu of taxes to EverPower Wind Holdings to build a portion of the Scioto Ridge Wind Farm in Logan County. What is your position on the wind development in Logan County?
Well, like I said before, we know this is a big issue here. And a lot of you came probably just to hear that. Naturally, it would be good to get more tax money for the schools. Everybody knows that. Because sooner or later, they're going to ask for more money. As far as the turbines go, I don't know what they're going to do. I hear a lot of stories how they're going to service how many houses with one of them. That they're going to have trouble building because of the roads, they're going to have damage. But we have a lot of construction in this county. I don't know what the real issue is with it and what you people think of it. That's why I say it would be a good idea if we put it on a ballot. Now I think we can do that. And let you decide. We don't want just a few people making the decisions that's going to affect every one of us. And I know that's probably the best way to go. What do you think? I'm giving you a chance to make decisions. Nobody else has asked you. They all asked me. Now it might be a good thing because sooner or later we're going to have better energy if we can get natural gas and do a little bit better with the services that we got now. Maybe we wouldn't need them. This will be the first year, sometime this year. It'll be the first year since 1950 that we're going to become exporters of crude oil. We got the Keystone Pipeline sitting there, the president signed us, with 200 years of natural gas. Now these things will make a big difference. So you might want to think about putting the windmills on hold for a while to see if this materializes. And then there won't be such a big issue with all your neighbors wanting to kill each other. So right now, let's either put it to the voters or maybe let it go for a while to see what materializes with everything else. This country's not standing still. We're standing still. This country isn't. We're moving forward. So, I'm done. So you think about it.
When you sit in this seat, you get a lot of requests. You get a request for, a street vacation, annexation. You get requests for appropriations. It's difficult to say, for me, in the future, how you would decide any of those without all of the information. In this job, you don't represent just the majority. You don't represent just the minority. You don't just represent the loudest guy in the room. And you don't just represent your closest friends. You have a duty and a job to represent everyone. And the way that you do that is by following a process. And what I have said and what the commissioners have said, there are 3 things we're going to follow in this process if and when a pilot request is made. Number 1, we're going to get input from the townships. We're going to get input from the school boards. And then we're going to hold a public hearing to get testimony from the public. You should be able to provide your thoughts. Then we're going to step back. We're going to review all of the information that's been provided to us. And we're going to make an informed decision. That's how you govern. You have to do things through a process. You have to represent everyone. And you have to have a prudent approach. I will tell you, I hear the concerns. I hear the concerns. I can't go out to eat without someone bringing up the concerns. And that's the way it should be. My wife can't wait on tables without hearing the concerns. I understand how serious it is to many of you. And I understand the impact, which stresses even further the process that we must follow so that everyone's represented if and when a pilot is requested. You have my commitment to keep an open mind, like I always have, to be honest and available and willing to listen. Thank you.
All right, now we'll let Mr. Wickersham have a 2-minute closing, and then it'll be followed by Mr. Lile.
Again, thank you. Thank you for coming tonight. Thank you for your support of me 3 years ago. I've learned so much. When I was younger, I had this image of what public service is like. It's very different in reality. But it's fun. It's something that I enjoy doing. There are challenges, but that's what makes it exciting. That's what makes it fun to find solutions. And that's how you help your community. That's what I want to do for another 4 years. I hope that my record speaks for itself of being available, being a fiscal conservative, being willing to listen and work hard. And I'd appreciate your vote on May 6th.
Well, you know, some of you may know me, some of you do not. But I've lived in this county my entire life. I went to school here. I went to a little bit of everything here, but anyway, I've done whatever this country asked. I've served in the service in the Marine Corps. I come out with honors. And I believe we can do a lot better than what we're doing. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. You don't come out here and ask for this job or run for this job unless you see things that are wrong. And we always see something that could be better. Sure, the commissioners do a lot, but they're not doing what makes other people have jobs. There's been taxes raised so many times. Everybody's got to contribute. Everybody's got to be working. If they are, we don't have to raise taxes. They'll contribute by working. And when you're working, you feel better. We can bring the crime rate down by people working. If they're not working, the number one reason for domestic violence is families fighting over money. And then they get on drugs. And then they commit crimes because they're not working. That thing's got to change. And I'll guarantee you, if you elect me, if I'm elected in this county, I will do just that. Because there's one thing I will personally guarantee you. If I'm elected, nobody will hurt you on my watch.